Greetings and salutations, MegaWizard79 here with a new playthrough for all of you. This is Stellaris. It's pretty much civilization in space. Enough said. So yeah. Now, this game has a lot to explain and a lot to talk about, but I think it would probably, instead of me just standing here and rambling on and on about all this on the screen right now, instead I think it would just probably make more sense to just basically explain it as it comes along. Hopefully. We'll see how that turns out. But yes. So yeah, this is the species I'm playing as. What do you call it? Like, this right here, it's just a little synopsis. Just basically, you know, telling, just talking about, basically, like, you know, like how, basically, like, you know, like right there, it's basically just talking about how my species started off and, whatnot, and like now how, hey, we now have the ability to go out in space and conquer and junk like that, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, you guys can read this if you would like. You know, you can pause the video and basically, you know, take a gander. But for now, let's just get started. Okay, so, oh boy, let's see, where am I? Ooh, ooh, nice. Oh my god, this is such a flavor wind. Ooh, what do we got here? Ooh. Wow, 3 habitable worlds. Unfortunately, though, I can't use them because of the fact that my species can only live on, wait, is this a... Oh. So, what? So, that's a desert world. That was an alpine world. What was this one again? Oh, an Arctic world. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Oh, wow. 3 planets right there. Too bad I'm not a devouring swarm. I could just eat those. Anyway. Alright. Well, let's just get started. So... Alright. Have them go in this direction. My construction... Let's see where... Yeah. I want this. Take that. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so essentially what I just did is, so now my, so my science vessel, so my entire race is all females. That's one of the things you can actually do in this game. You can either have an all-female race, an all-male race, default, which is basically a combination of male and female, or you can just have, nondescript, so they're not male or female. That's usually the one I pick when I'm the rock people. Yes, there are rock people in this game. What do you call it? But yeah, so essentially what I did is that, so she's going to be going to all these sections here that I highlighted, and she's going to be surveying all of them. What I did for this, this is an unmanned vessel. It's purely mechanical. So what it's going to do is it's going to come over here and build this little mining station here, so I have access to these resources. Let's see. Alright, and now I'm going to go to my shipyard here, and I'm going to make another science vessel, so I can have her go off in this direction here. But yes, the reason why I'm so happy that I'm in this little section here is because, you see, so my people, they are inward perfectionists. That has a lot of connotation tied to it, but simply put, what that means is I want nothing to do with the rest of the galaxy, and I want them to do nothing with me. So, where I am right now, this is a huge flavor win, because look at that. There is literally only 2 ways into my system. Right here, and right here. That's it. I'm literally at the farthest end of the galaxy. Like, the only way people are gonna, like, you know, like, the only way people, and honestly, I doubt there's an empire over here. If they are, oh my god, I feel so sorry for them, because this is just a horrible place to spawn. But yeah, most likely there's gonna be people over here, over there. knowing my luck, I'm going to probably run into the freaking xenophobic Fallen Empire, or maybe the Spiritualist Empire if I'm really unlucky. Probably right here, but it's fine. It's fine, because I'm only going to be going 4... I'm only going to be going 4 jumps out from my planet. So what a jump means is basically, so this is a jump. This is 1, 2. But technically this is 1 apiece. Yeah, technically this is all just 1 jump. But yeah, so yeah, because this is 1 jump, that's 1 jump. So this right, so I guess starting from over here. So 1, that's 2, that's 3. I don't know if this is connected over here. That's why basically you get this little X here, because my science vessel doesn't know if there's actually any connections over here. Like, up to here, this is as far as my sensor ranges go. So I know that these systems are all connected in a daisy chain, but I don't know if any of this is connected. For all I know, this is a dead end right here, which would be amazing. But yeah, but I'm only going to be going 4 jumps out. So this right here, this is 4 jumps. So this is probably as... oh, sorry, no, I need 1 more. But yeah, this right here, this is already 3 jumps from my system. And then this is 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's as far as I know. So I can only see as far as 3 jumps at the moment. But yeah, but my goal is to basically play a tall empire. So what that means is I'm not going to go far out. I'm going to basically stay as close to my home system as possible. So that's why I'm only going to be doing 4 jumps in any one direction. Because 4 jumps, that equals a sector. If you go past that, then that's now its own sector, and it needs its own governor, and all that, and all these technical terms and all that stuff. But because my species cannot go and habitat other planets unless they're Gaia worlds, it makes my options limited, per se. At least until I get a certain type of technology that I'll be going in later. Anyway, oh wow. Why do I have crime on this world? What? Oh, because I don't have any... Okay. Got it. That's why... Oh. Interesting. Okay, but that explains why I don't have any crime... I mean, that explains why I have crime here. Okay, so... Okay, so crime... okay, so as you can see... So, starting left to right. The left icon, that's my stability. It's at 70%. That's amazing. That's great. That means everyone's kind of happy. This planet is perfectly stable. That right... The next one is crime. So currently right now, I have 15% crime. So what that means... The reason that's the case is because I don't have enough of that final icon at the end. Those are my amenities. So essentially what that means is that I don't have enough, you know, like, so amenities, what those are, pretty much what you, in, but yeah, sorry, but yeah, so, what that means is, you know, amenities, you know, like, basically, like, you know, things of comfort, you know, like basically like TVs, movie theaters, like stuff like that. You know, there's not enough of these things to keep my population happy. So that's why, what do you call it? So normally happiness would be a little bit higher because of the fact that, you know, I'm on a Gaia world. Gaia worlds have a special modifier that makes it so that my pops have the highest possible happiness. Like, they're like, to see that much crime on this type of planet is a travesty. But don't worry, I'll fix that later. I can definitely fix that later. That's not a huge issue right now. Okay. Alright, so, ooh, oh yeah, that's right, I have a reduction to that, so it only costs me half as much, which is nice. Alright, so, this tab right, okay, so this tab right here, this is gonna be one of your most important tabs in the entire game. This is how you gain most of your power. Because this is where you get your technologies. Let's see. I'm going to start off with that. That right there, that just gives me a flat increase to my physics research, an extra 20%. So essentially that'll add 20% to this. Or sorry, no, that's not what that does. It'll increase, whoop, damn it. It'll increase this number here by 20%. That's what that does. Let's see. This one here, always go for the population growth. That's a no-brainer. And this one, I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, so we're good there. Okay. So that right there, so I'm just going to be getting flat bonuses to these two once I learn that technology, and it's so, what is it? Because I have it set to half as much, so you see in the settings, I had the game set so that, my technology costs are reduced by 50%, essentially, yeah, 50%, because normally it would cost me 2,000 to do this. What do you call it? So I reduced that, so now it'll take half that amount of time, which is great. The same thing for this. So normally it would be 300. I cut that in half, so now it'll be 150. I mostly did this for gameplay purposes. I don't, what is it? Sorry, I did this mostly just for the Let's Play purposes, so that you guys, so we're not waiting forever for all this. Now I know it looks, I know I'm just basically going through screens and just doing random things, but trust me, this is actually kind of important. Okay, so this tab right here, you always want to turn this tab off so that way you can actually edit these things, because if you have this on, that means the game will basically always pick what's going in all these slots depending on what you have access to at the moment. So starting off, I always do this, just because the things I face, they rarely, if ever, have shields. And as you can see right there, this does 50% damage to shields, but it does minus 50% damage to armor. Armor is mostly the thing that I'm going to be dealing with, because of the fact that most of the stuff I'm going to be fighting are, well, robots and just basic flora and fauna. Like, there are actually space whales here. And those things, they don't have shields. They can't generate shields. They don't have that ability. So that's why I just go for this, which is basically, it increases my overall damage. Just because as you get, well, actually no, this actually does more average damage than this, but I'll be more effective against them is what I'm getting at. Okay, so now that I have that set, I'm gonna upgrade my ships, so that way the 3 that I have are now already equipped and ready to go. Okay, now mind you, everything I've been doing so far, the game is paused. The game has not moved an inch. That's why nothing's happening yet. You see right there where it's where it's like set to pause. If I push the triangle, that counter there will start moving and everyone will start redoing things. So this is a very important thing in RTSs, where you can just straight up pause the game so that you can get things done the way you want and then just let the game play itself. Okay, I think that's everything I want. Oh, that's right, I want to check. Let's see. So what scientists do I have available? Okay. I guess I'll... yeah, I'll probably get the States one, so I can... yeah, so I can put the state one there, for the most part, and then... or... no, maybe I want the one... yeah, I'll think about it when it happens. Let's see... and what do I have for you? Ooh, no. Okay. So, I'll get the scientist first, because that's just a thing. And then I guess I'll get that guy next. Let's see. What do I have for edicts? Yeah, I guess I'll just turn both of these on. I said I'll turn... but I have an edict fund. Okay, even though I have an edict fund of 70. Fine, whatever. Alright, let's just start this. I don't know why it's not letting me click them. I have an edict fund right here. That's what it does. Weird. Fine, whatever. Alright, so now we just sit and watch for the most part. Unfortunately, this is kind of the game right here. We just wait and let things do what they do. Okay, so now I have... Alright, so now my ship is ready.
Our ships have been upgraded.
Okay. So that particular screen thing, yeah, you only get it once. Thank God. Alright, let me see. Oh, now it lets me do it. It's so weird. Whatever. I don't really technically need that.
Construction complete.
Okay. Alright, so that's ready. Okay. So, now, what is it? Now, the reason I didn't do it from this screen... Okay. So. Alright, sorry. So, yeah, so... Now, by highlighting either of these, that basically means the one you're... You know, like, whichever one you're highlighting, that's one you're going to be basically managing, if you will. Honestly, I feel this is self-explanatory, but just in case. Anyway, but by clicking on this, so now I have, you know, I can tell it what to do. I can have it stop its orders, I can have it return back to home base, which in this case would be, this space station right here. I can, disband it, which will disassemble the hell out of it. I can have it set to auto-construct, which, this is a new feature. Well, new for me, because, I didn't have Overlord, the Overlord expansion until just recently, so this is a new thing that was added. So fleet stance, what that means is that basically if it enters a hostile system, it's going to run away. This right here, the fleet will not move towards hostile targets, but will enter combat if hostile targets move close enough. So yeah, so that's what that, that's essentially what it does. This right here, this lets me patrol, which I don't know why you would want to have these things patrol, but it's there. More on that later. More on that later, if I ever make that. And then that, yeah, that's for restoring its health and stuff. Normally these things, usually, if these things end up in combat, they just get blown the frick up, because they have, like, just nothing for anything. You could sneeze on them and they'll die. But, you know what? Let's, alright, let me head down here first, so we can actually see the little sucker. Alright, so, that right there, that's a mining station. It's, currently, basically extracting precious minerals from that. And then this is the little guy. So, let's zoom out and see what happens when I push this. Okay, so that's enabled. Ah, okay. So yeah, so when you enable that, it'll just start auto-constructing. So, yep, it's exact. Okay, so it's basically like auto-surveying, which is something that these things can do. When you get the technology to basically use this button, because you actually need a specific technology for this. Okay, so my first tradition is ready. Sweet. But yeah, once you get the technology for this, you can hit this button, and pretty much your ships, they're just going to be going off and surveying on their own. You don't need to do any inputs or anything like that. They just do it all by themselves. The prerequisite, as I said, is you need a specific technology to be able to activate this, and you also need a scientist on... Oh, wait, I get this... I just get this? Oh yeah, that's right! Overlord changed that, so I don't need that technology anymore. Now the slot is basically just a... Okay. Oh, cool, so I could just set that on. Sweet. So now it's just gonna go and survey all this. Nice. Oh, that is such a godsend. Because originally you had to wait for a technology to be able to do this. Oh man, that is awesome. Saves so much time. But yeah, so what this does is that basically if it's in a system where nothing is built yet, you can hit this nifty little button and it'll do it. The other way you can do it is you can go into this screen here and you can basically manually click on these things and it'll go to that place and it'll build it. Now, you can queue things up, as you saw what I did with this thing. So the way you do that is you click on this. You basically, you know, click on anything, you know, and then tell it what to do, like right here, like, you know, like I could hit this button right here and boom, it'll survey it. If you want to queue things up, you then push the square, you basically hit this again, you know, like, okay, so, sorry. So yeah, so if you wanted to just survey this thing, you just go here, hit survey, boom, it'll do it. To queue things up is, while it's still doing something, you just go to another place, hit the button, and then instead of hitting X, because if you hit X, it'll cause it to basically stop whatever it's doing and go to that one instead, because now you're prioritizing that over this. If you don't want that, what you do is you push the square button, and that'll add it to the queue. So that way, it'll just go off and do that. You have no idea how long me knowing this is actually a fairly recent thing. I want to say like a few months now. I only learned this, again, from the community. The game didn't tell me. It was the community. Oh, boy. Anyway, okay, so... Oh, yeah, traditions. So, let's see. This is... Okay, so these here... This is basically how your empire... This is how you customize your empire. Do you want them to... Do you want... So, essentially... Okay, so as you can see here, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots. But you have 10... traditions. So, 3 of them are out. So you need to pick very carefully which one you want, because once you pick it, you're stuck with it. Unless, of course, you're not playing Iron Man, and then you can go back to a previous save file, and at that point, disregard everything I just said. Anyway. But, yes. So, in this... So, let's see. So, for this situation... Okay, so what I'm going to do... Let's see. Now, normally, from what I've been told by the community, the 2-1... again, this is highly dependent on what you're doing. If you're just playing AI, if you're playing multiplayer. I'm doing AI, so I don't need to min-max super hard as I would if I was going against an actual human being. But, so essentially, I can... What is it? So normally the two ones that are just a no-brainer, if you will, for your first pick, is you can go Discovery, or you can go Prosperity. You can also go Domination, because it gives you that clear blocker right there. Blockers are these things. These are blockers. As you can see, it cost me 300 energy credits to get rid of these things. If I go into Domination, that's a minus 33% to that cost. Now, you don't necessarily have to go into Domination to do this. I mean, it gives you other benefits. You know, like it gives you, let's see. This right here. Like your capital building and housing buildings provide +1 extra housing each. Your enhanced surveillance enforcers, also produce 1 unity, you know, stuff like that. Your edict fund is increased by 50. That's not bad. But yeah, so this right here, this one's pretty situational. It depends. Like, you know, if you're getting a really, really bad dice roll and you're not getting the governor that just gives you essentially that effect of minus 33% towards clearing blockers, because there is a governor that has that modifier built in. And that one is technically significantly cheaper because you don't have to go and basically spend one of your precious tradition points on it. What do you call it? Like, but yeah, like, what is it? But yeah, like, if you're getting a bad dice roll, then yeah, going into this isn't too bad. Especially if you're running into planets that just have a ton of blockers all the time, because a majority of planets, they start off with blockers. So this is never a bad thing. The issue is it loses its relevance as soon as you go into the mid and late game, because by that point, everything's all established. You don't have any more blockers, like, because you only pay that fee once. So, yeah, it depends. Anyway, but let's see. For my purposes, I'm going to start off with this because of one specific thing that I will show you right now. This edict right here, mapping the stars. This is a very useful edict. One, it increases your surveying speed by 25%. It increases your anomaly discovery chance by 10%. And it lets you see further. So now your science ships can see, can basically go farther now. So essentially right now, if I activate this, I'll be able to see I'll be able to see this system here. Or, sorry, no, not that system. I'll be able to see if any of these systems connect with this one. I will be activating right now because it's just that good. So there we go. Oh, now I can activate them. I guess I actually needed, like, things there. Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, so now I have this all activated, which is great. Now, because it's under my edict fund, that means I don't have to pay for these. It'll just be supplemented by this right here. But yes, so. Alright, let's see. Yeah, and as you can see, because my happiness went up, crime went down. Nice, huh? Speaking of crime, oh, I don't have enough minerals to do that. Alright, more on that later then. Okay, so we'll just close all the... Actually, I guess I'll keep them open. I usually close them because they're, you know, like, they don't really have much benefit to me, but I guess at least so you guys can see stuff. Let's see.
Construction complete.
Okay, I can't do anything with that yet. Alright, so you're... I thought I set it to... Oh, right, sorry, yeah, yes, it's doing that, right.
System survey complete.
Cool. So now it's surveyed this, so now it's gonna go over here. But yeah, see? Boom! I can now see one system away, so it connects all the way over here, which probably means this is a dead end. Yeah, that probably means it's a dead end. Which isn't bad. That's actually pretty good. That means I only have one way into this system. Woo! That is an awesome flavor win. Alright, okay, so now... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Sorry. So yeah, you can actually spend it and basically go through this, but conventional wisdom states you finish a tree first before you go into another one. Because the issue is that cost up there, it goes up every time. So you're better off just doing this. And yes, I'm going to be getting that. So now my research speed is even more. Like, look, see? So now it's an extra plus 35% on top of the 25 I already have thanks to map the stars. So, woo! I'm like over like, let's see, I'm like at what, 60? 25 plus 35, 0, okay, the what? Yeah, 60. Nice. Oh man, I'm gonna be going through this so fast. Where the heck are you going? Why are you going there? I wanted you to go over here. Whatever. Once I get my second scientist, yeah. So
Construction complete.
Cool. So where are you going next? Are you going anywhere else now? Let's see. I think if I have it set to auto-construct, it's just gonna go to the next place, probably. Okay, so this is another thing that happens. Like, basically, these are events, if you will, or I guess encounters. So what happens is basically, yeah, like my scientists, discovered something, and basically there's a little flavor text here, followed by what my empire thinks about it, and then the rewards on the right side. So you guys can take your time and read this. Okay, but yeah, so I think we're making good progress so far. So I'm just, yeah, no. So this one here, So I've made the mistake many times of doing this, which, honestly, it's not bad, but the issue is that it's just so freaking time-consuming, so I just don't bother with it. But yeah, it's just this is just an event chain where you just go out and survey tons and tons of worlds, finding different types of life and all that, and you get certain bonuses for it, but it's just so time-consuming, and if any empire hates you, they can just stop it, and then it's annoying. It's annoying. So that's why I just do this, and I just get that flat boom. See? Alright, so... And because I got that, that means I can just get a scientist right off the bat. Ooh! Thank you. Okay, I'll take that. Let's see, I'll swap you out with that. Nice. So as you can see, it went up 10% because of the fact that my scientist here basically gives me a plus 10% to my research speed. It's awesome. It's wonderful. Alright, and you... Put you right there. Okay, now then. Whoop. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so you go there. So for this one, I'm not going to set it to auto, I'm just going to do this. Just so it doesn't go off in a random direction like this one did, but that's fine. I was going to send my new one in this direction, and wow, there's a lot there. Okay, and oh, I love that, another choke node right there. I love it. Oh, this is great. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Alright, so I'm just gonna end it with basically just picking this last tradition. Alright, I'm gonna go with this one. Because Research Alternative, what that does is that basically it just increases, what do you call it? It just basically adds another modifier to this right here. So as you can see right here, so, my scientist currently has an expertising in computers, so essentially the trait there is matching up with the little icon on the tech itself, so that's why I'm getting a bonus to it. That's usually the way you min-max it. You always want to match these icons, because that way you have someone who actually knows what they're doing. Of course, you can just have the generic one right here, which is technically a little worse because it's a 10%, not a 5%, but it's a generalist, so you can put them anywhere you want. It's not bad. But yeah, it just adds another modifier to this number here, so it'll go up. I can show you in a sec once it's done. And then, what is it? And then scientist level caps. So basically now my scientists, they currently have a level cap of 5. So plus 2, that means they're going to go up to 7. And boom. Yeah, see? Okay. I thought that gave it I thought Research Alternative gives it an extra... Oh, well. Anyway, alright, but yes, so we're doing good so far, but I'm going to cut it off here for now, and in the next episode, well, yeah, we'll just keep on trucking. But until that time, though, this is Mega Wizard 79 bidding you all... Okay. But anyway, yes, this is Mega Wizard 79 bidding you all adieu.